Hey, so I just wanted to make a quick video explaining spiderbot skips, and how to make them consistent and how it relates to frame rate and stuff like that. So there's 3 jumps that we do, and then the one big, well, included in those are the one big skip. So the first one's on this E-box. You just jump and hold left, and while holding space, and you should get some kind of launch there. If you don't get it first try, just walk. So the next big skip that skips the whole underground portion. There's some dialogues that skip there too. We're jumping from here over this fence to this yellow part. So this part, it was thought to be like not consistent at all, just random. So like, let's say we have it. Well, I'll show the setup later. But if you just do this jump, oh look, it works. But that's not gonna work 10 out of 10 times. I think I just got lucky there. Try again. Yeah, so sometimes you get a different angle, even though we did the exact same lineup. So what I found is that it's actually frame rate dependent. So unfortunately, in the spiderbot segment, you can't go to you can't press like escape or your back menu key or whatever to get to the menu. But when you're on PC, you can just Alt Tab, and you can go to the menu. So in the video settings, we have FPS limit. So if we set it to like 30 to 32, we get an interesting thing where we don't get any launch at all. I mean, no matter what setup we're using, we don't go anywhere, which makes sense because maybe the launching is probably just a bug caused by frame rate limits. Normally when they developed the game, I assume they played at 30 FPS on the console or something like that. If we set it to 60, however, we can do a lineup with this camera dot here. So there's cameras all over. You don't need to scan for this, but there's the circles outlining each of them. So I just like to put my crosshair in the middle of it, holding W right now, just forward, and then I just hold space, and that'll usually get a launch over here. If you are good, maybe you can hold left and try to get onto the yellow part, but getting over here is just a great start. Sometimes at 60 FPS you can't make this jump. It's pretty tight. So what you can do, and what I'll probably do in runs, is once I jump over here, I'll just go back to the menu, turn off the FPS limit, and this jump is a bit more consistent when you have higher than 60 FPS. Well, I'll eat my words there. And then the third jump is the Mad Fred's boost. So this one I like to do with the setup. So you just you W into it, and then you hold back once you're holding space and touching the ceiling, and that'll launch you all the way over here. It seems to be more consistent without a frame rate limit. I also want to show you how you can practice the big skip. So you can actually just jump right back over very easily, because you can walk on this ledge right here and just jump over the fence. So if you want to grind out practice, you can just go up here, set your frame rate limit, 60. I mean, other frame rates might work too. I'll try 59. Yep. We almost made it to the yellow part, and then go back to video, turn off the frame rate limit. You could just play the whole game without a frame rate limit, but I get up to 90 FPS in some parts of the game that I like to actually utilize. Not a great boost there, but okay. If you don't get 60 FPS, the FPS advice I can recommend for this game, this game is mostly CPU bound. So there's a bunch of these settings that say like CPU load, medium, or high. Try to turn those down. That'll usually get you the FPS you need. GPU load, in the benchmark, it tells you your GPU utilization, your CPU utilization. And GPU is almost 99%. That's usually not the thing limiting your frame rate. Normally it's just your CPU. The reason I can say that is because I upgraded my CPU and not my graphics card, and I pretty much doubled my FPS. So, yeah, just try to turn down the CPU limited settings. So texture filtering, texture resolution. There's a few others in here. All right, I think that's it.